Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the second part of the migration. If you have just tuned in to the second part, I do recommend you to check out the first part of the video, since it's just two part episode. So do make sure that you check out the first part before you tune into it, because you won't be able to know what's going to be happening. And without wasting further of your time, just enjoy the second part. Ha ha ha. It's everything's fine, yaar. It's just it was Sunday yesterday, and I was feeling a bit low in the evening, so ended up drinking a bit too much, like always. And now this headache is killing me, so thought of taking a leave, replied Gargi with a mischievous smile. Okay, but take care. Bye now, told Reshmi and hung up. Thereafter, she made a few other calls to arrange the setup for the coverage. After she got a brief as to which all parts within or outskirts of the city they are to cover for the story. The meeting that was scheduled for her to attend, she briefed it to another colleague to take it up and informed the same to her colleague, describing the current situation. She realized that today is gonna be a hard day, but she knew that she enjoyed every bit of it. Journalism and being journalist was always something that was close to her heart, and she always aspired to be a journalist at a very young age, since she had an inquisitive mind and a fearless heart. Things were different for Reshmi, as she joined as a news editor, and has been in this journalism field for 3 years, though it's a very small time in this field, but she's enjoying it a lot. Driver G, take the road towards the highway after this crossing, instructed Reshmi, as her outdoor team informed that they will be reaching the location near the highway within few minutes. Okay, ma'am, confirmed her driver with an affirmative nod. It was around 10 o'clock that Reshmi and her team reached near the highway. On the way, she witnessed the painful exodus of the migrant workers. She even pulled over and had interviewed few of them. Some were walking alone with a small bag dangling from their side. Some were moving with their family, carrying some small water bottles for the entire family. Some were seen walking with their aged parents, and the distress in their face said it all. There was one particular family, and a member of the particular family who was walking barefooted in the scorching heat of the summer, and unable to bear the pain of seeing and witnessing that, a crew member of Reshmi's team gave away his shoes to the barefooted person. They also gave some cash they had with them, though it was limited, but still they tried out their best to alleviate the family's pain a little. As they pulled aside near the highway, they were again met with the same painful sight of people walking back to their natives. As part of her duty, she began to interview a few of the migrant workers like previously, with a heavy heart. While she was busy interviewing people, she suddenly found a woman sitting on a nearby overlying pipe that was kept for some water supply work. The woman looked to be in 40s, exhausted as the age had took a heavy toll on her. Reshmi, concluded her interview and walked towards her, signaling to her team to stop the recording and pack up. Maji, आप ठीक हो? Asks Reshmi, coming near the sitting woman and maintaining a distance, as was the new norm. Ma'am, are you okay? The woman, who was looking down, looked up, and Reshmi was finally able to see her face. Her hair was unraveled and looked as if it hadn't been combed for a while. Some of her hair had gone white with age. The skin on her forehead formed the lines of distress and anxiety. Her eyeballs seemed to have gone deep inside, revealing the bones holding it. Her face had become sleek and was more of a bony structure rather than an usual fleshy fuller face, citing the lack of nutrients and proper food. हाँ बेटा, मैं ठीक हूँ, मगर तुम कौन हो? तुम क्या वो टीवी वालों के साथ आई हो? Asked the woman, promptly pointing to the press van standing a little far away. Yeah, I'm okay. But who are you? Did you come with the press people? Yes, I'm a journalist. And yeah, I came with the press people to interview the few of the migrant workers here. I'm Reshmi. And why are you sitting all alone? Where are you going? Acha. I'm Amrita. My son Kishore and I used to work here in this city. But now with the lockdown suddenly being imposed, we are now jobless. And now our landlord has asked to vacate the property since we were unable to pay his rent. So we are returning back to our natives, retorted Amrita with a sigh, as she continued to narrate the story of her and her son's misery as to how they have been traveling for almost a week now with little and sometimes no supply of food and water. As she narrated, slowly a drop of tear rolled down her cheeks. Reshmi couldn't hold herself back seeing this, and even though it was a troubled time and dangerous times, she went close to her and hugged her to console her. Amrita felt a little better in the arms of the stranger. So where is your native? How much more do you and your son have to cover further? Asked Reshmi after she saw Amrita consoled a bit. Our natives are now roughly 100 kilometers from here. It will take around approximately 2 to 3 days or maybe more to reach. As Amrita went on to describe as to how time has always been cruel to her and the untimely death of her husband had led to the crisis due to which Kishore had to stop studying even though he was a bright student at a tender age and had to take up some work to support them. In the midst of all this, Kishore, who had gone nearby in search of some food on the highway, came back empty handed, but had some good news for his mother. He informed that he managed a way where they might reach home early. He told that he had a word with the truck driver nearby who is delivering essential goods around India, is going in the same route towards the village and has agreed to offer a lift to them. He further added that the truck is gonna be leaving in 10 minutes and urged his mother to uh, join with the join them. Amrita gave out a faint, relieved smile as she finally heard some good news after a long time. As Amrita began to get up and leave with her son, Reshmi stopped her and reached out for the side purse that slung around her shoulder, gave some cash to Amrita. She also handed some food and water that she had been carrying with her after her driver got it from the car. Amrita couldn't thank Reshmi enough and told her that with regret, if others were as understanding and kind and friendly to her, then their journey wouldn't have been so much painful. She blessed Reshmi with for a good future, and the mother and son duo took a leave and started walking towards the nearby part good.
Thank you
good
so
stop.
much for joining in for today's episode. And if you loved what you just saw and enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to share this video, subscribe to my channel, and just spread a word. And also don't forget to like this video, since it means a lot to me. And if you have amazing story ideas which you want me to talk about in my next podcast session, so please feel free to comment it in the comment section below. I'll definitely gonna read and try to make a story about it. And till then, when we meet, take a good care of your health and stay safe.